the Athens-Paris coach. All looks to be...
Quite interesting.
There's a visible fingerprint here. I obtained a clear print and have filed it. It has a fingerprint on it. I obtained a clear print and have filed it.
Quite interesting.
A fingerprint. I obtained a clear print and have filed it.
Quite interesting.
It has a fingerprint on it. I obtained a clear print and have filed it.
Quite interesting.
A fingerprint. I obtained a clear print and have filed it. These items do not belong to...
Quite interesting.
There's a visible fingerprint here. I obtained a clear print and have filed it. It has a fingerprint on it. I obtained a clear print and have filed it. The key fit perfectly. Well, what do we have here? Goodness, what is this? It looks like someone had a meal here recently. Crime et punition, géographie européenne, introduction à la science. Interesting selection.
Quite interesting.
There's a visible fingerprint here. I obtained a clear print and have filed it. It has a fingerprint on it. I obtained a clear print and have filed it. I'd better put the lid back on for appearances. That isn't the right combination. I'll have to start over. It's locked fast. think I heard a click. It's open. I'll put this into my scrapbook so I can take a closer look at it later. The prints match. 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 These prints don't match. The prints match. The prints match. These prints don't match.
Excellent. Like the hand in the glove. You presume that this would be the choice of Poirot? I think not. That is most pleasing. Wait, that is how Poirot would have done it. To the trained eye, these would appear to be a match most precise. Poirot could see at once that these are the shoes of a man much too small to have made the footprint. Poirot could see at once that these are the shoes of a man much too small to have made the footprint. Not a precise match, I am afraid. Poirot could see at once that these are the shoes of a man much too small to have made the footprint. Poirot could see at once that these are the shoes of a man much too small to have made the footprint. Poirot could see Poirot could see at once that these are the shoes. Not a precise match, I am afraid. Poirot could see at once that these are the Not a precise match, I am afraid. Poirot could see at once that these are the shoes of a... Poirot could see at once that these are the shoes of... Poirot could see at once that these are the shoes of a man much...
Monsieur Poirot.
His memory seems to overemphasize neat details. The detail, feature, has been even more fundamental than usual today. Worse than avalanches and murder, the antecedent. Why does it not become the what we know class of movement last night?
And that is everything I have discovered so far.
We progress, mademoiselle. Now, let us see what we can learn.
The timetable is very complete now.
Oh, yes, it is essential to the understanding of the crime. Study it carefully.
We have many alibis we can use to eliminate suspects.
Yes, too many. Compare them all. Look for discrepancies. We must be certain that they do not leak the water.
I believe I have collected all the passports.
Très bien, mademoiselle. You have done well.
I think I have secured all the fingerprints.
Très bien, mademoiselle. You have done well.
I believe I have compared the footprint cast to all the men's shoes.
Très bien, mademoiselle. Oh, you have done well.
Madame Hubbard heard a woman in Monsieur Ratchet's room.
Wait, and about the time you heard the noise and saw the woman in the scarlet kimono. So, does a woman speak to Monsieur Ratchet, murder him, drop a handkerchief with the letter H, then scurry off down the corridor in a scarlet kimono? Or does Madame Hubbard hallucinate a woman's voice as well as the man in her room?
The valet masterman says Ratchet took less than his normal sleeping draught.
So, instead of a comatose Ratchet who would not struggle when the knife began its work, we have a Ratchet who might cry out.
But after the cry, I heard Ratchet tell Michelle that there was nothing wrong. Monsieur McQueen saw the woman in the scarlet kimono.
But not enough to identify her. And he says he saw Michelle coming from the direction of the salon car, or at least someone in an attendant's uniform.
Colonel Arbuthnot saw the attendant and thinks he caught the scent of a woman.
Ah, the scent of a woman. You have found a romantic streak I would not have suspected one so stolid to possess.
Hildegard Schmidt saw an attendant leaving a compartment.
Oui, one of the middle rooms. Either Ratchet's or Madame Hubbard's. And his description. No, it is not Pierre Michel, this small dark man with a moustache who speaks in the high voice.
No, but he matches the description Ratchet gave Hardman of his enemy. Both Madame Hubbard and Mademoiselle Olsen confirm the connecting door was locked.
An attendant's pass key opens even connecting doors, I think, so I am not so baffled by that locked door.
Colonel Arbuthnot saw Monsieur Hardman watching the corridor from his room.
Monsieur Hartmann's door opens to the right, so unfortunately he could see little of the corridor, but he would have seen if anyone entered the Calais coach from the Athens-Paris coach.
The footprints in the snow belong to Foscarelli.
And his fingerprints are found upon the windowsill of Monsieur Ratchet's room. Yet he does not smoke a pipe, nor I think does the cambric handkerchief with the letter H belong to him.
The stiletto I found in the hut must be the murder weapon.
That would seem to be the obvious conclusion. No, it is the weapon of the underworld assassin, to be sure, and with fingerprints which match no one's aboard this train.
The steak knife I found by the cliff was clean, no blood or fingerprints.
It is a nuisance, that knife. On the face of it, it is of no importance. And yet, someone has taken the trouble to try and fling it over a cliff.
We have not one, but two additional attendants' uniforms.
2 uniforms, 2 knives, possibly 2 murderers, one right-handed and one left. Can they have had the same plan, to sneak about disguised as attendants in order to murder Monsieur Ratchet in his sleep? What a moment that must have been, as they encounter one another over the body. It is like a scene from a Marx Brothers movie, that.
Someone was hiding in Ratchet's crate.
A valuable statue is stolen. And then the thief decides to do what? What, masquerade as the statue? To escape detection?
The missing statue is another motive for murder.
Why not? We have the possible revenge from the Armstrong kidnapping, a possible assassin from Ratchet's underworld past. So why not a thief who kills Ratchet to cover up his crime? If we find 9 more motives for the murder and 10 more knives, we at least will have explained all those stab wounds.
The books in Ratchet's crate were all references of use to the murderer.
Explain, mademoiselle.
Géographie Européenne would be helpful in following the route of the train and choosing the best spot for murder. Introduction à la Science could give information about sleeping draughts.
And Crime and Punition by Dostoevsky? Was the guilty conscience of the killer haunting him as it did the unfortunate Raskolnikov?
Hardman's actions were very suspicious.
And the key he discovers in Michel's clothing that opens the door to the security room in the baggage car is suspicious as well.
McQueen is the son of the district attorney involved in the Armstrong case.
Pardon, district attorney? What is that?
Some sort of police official, I believe. Princess Dragomirov was Sonia Armstrong's godmother.
Oui, it is coincidence, or something more.
I have all the pieces. All that remains is for me to assemble them properly.
Très bien, mademoiselle. You have done well. And so we advance in our investigations. It is obvious that our fellow passengers have not been...
Those whistles mean a train with a snowplow has arrived from Prague. We should be on our way again in a very few hours. Can you see any clear path to the solution of the mystery, Monsieur Poirot?
There is a path, certainement. How clear it is as yet I cannot say. And you? Have you no theories?
So many clues, so many theories.
You have hammered the nail on its head, mademoiselle. There are far too many clues, too many theories. Please, to recommence the investigation, tout de suite.
dear young miss, I would like to say that despite all the calamity, I have enjoyed sharing my compartment.
Thank you, Greta, but I'm afraid I must ask you some more questions.
Yeah, I am thinking you must. Our gracious Father, who art in heaven, guides your hands, I think. So, I am content.
I found a postcard in your suitcase.
My one keepsake from that time. It is a silly thing, but I hold it dear.
Coney Island is in America.
Yeah, of course. It is on the Long Island of New York in the country of America. I lied to you when I said I had never been there. May God forgive me.
On the back of the postcard, you write that Helena rode on the roller coaster.
Helena Gilbert, Mrs. Armstrong's young sister, only 10 years of age, but so brave. I am not so brave. It is true. It is true. She was an angel, a sweet, trusting angel. She knew nothing but kindness and love, and she was took away by that wicked, wicked man. And her poor mother, and the other little one who never lived at all. I was to be that little child's nurse, too. I ought to have told you, but I was afraid. I did so rejoice that that evil man was dead, that he could not any more kill the little children.
I have returned to you, Your Highness.
I thought you might.
I'm having some difficulty locating the owner of this handkerchief.
I am sorry to hear that. If you had asked me, I could have told you it is mine.
Yours? But, Your Highness, your first name is Natalia.
I'm perfectly aware of my first name, mademoiselle. My handkerchiefs are always embroidered with Russian characters. In the Cyrillic alphabet, H is written as A.
How did your handkerchief come to be lying by the murdered man's body?
I have no idea.
Your maid said she did not recognize this handkerchief.
Schmidt believes in loyalty as I do. I believe in loyalty to one's friends and one's family and one's class.
Thank you very much, Princess. I have a few more questions, Frau Schmidt, if I may.
Yeah, of course.
How long have you been with Madame la Princess?
10 years.
15 years, Schmidt.
Yeah, that is right. 15, mademoiselle. I am sorry. This murder, this waiting, it distracts me.
I understand you are an excellent cook.
Yeah, indeed. All of my ladies have said so. Your Excellency.
Calm yourself, Schmidt. You don't know what you are saying.
That is true. I do not know what I am saying.
That will do for now, Mademoiselle Schmidt.